Spoons, a 3-1 defeat here at St Andrews to Watford tonight. What did you make of that one?
Not a lot, if I'm honest. I thought we was rubbish tonight. I think it looked like what it actually is. 3 weeks since we played a game, and we were sloppy, we were slow, and that's exactly how we was in training yesterday. I said to the players in here, so disappointed with their level of performance in training yesterday. They've been fantastic all week. And then the day before the game, they're very slow and sloppy, and that's exactly how they come out and started the game. I thought there was no intensity in any of our work, our passing or our closing. The distances between the back line and the midfield were too big. And I thought generally we looked so disorganised in the first half. Second half we changed the shape. We thought that had benefited us, and to an extent it did. And you just wonder if the 2 goals had been allowed, what might have been. I think we might have gone on and won it, but that's all if, buts and maybes. And then we go and concede at the end with a goal that is, I'm sure Brad would be disappointed with his first touch in it, which has led to it. But I don't know. I suppose the rules are that he has to go there, whether it's a 21s game or not. Tough lessons to learn, but it's part of the development.
Yeah, absolutely. When you look at that first half, as you say, felt a little bit cat and mouse. We were struggling to break them down. What did we need to do more of to try and open Watford up?
It just shows some intensity. Yeah, we were slow round the back, pass. I don't think we varied our play in behind. I thought there was opportunities to get the ball wide. When we went down the left side, we got it wide, and then we come back and went back out again. And as you spoke at half time, in one of the breaks to young Menzies, just to try and open his hips up and play down the line with a runner going to get round the back of him a little bit more and try and change the dynamics of the game. But we didn't do that well enough.
Yeah. Make it all the way to first half added time before the penalty decision goes against us. What did you make of that? And it's always a killer time to concede.
Yeah, to be fair, I couldn't really see from where I was. It is. It's an absolute killer then. We think you might get in at 0-0 and not playing well, and then you have a chance to have some kind of influence in your half-time team talk. And I think we got somewhat of a response in the second half. We changed it and went to a 4-2-3-1 and then pressed as a 4-4-2, and I think we got some joy from that. We felt that we could get some rewards from getting wide and getting crosses in the box, and that proved to be the point. But unfortunately, according to the ref or to the linesman, they were offside.
Yeah. Before we come on to them, we can see the second on transition, which is a disappointment. We're looking to attack, give the ball away, and then they've broke with numbers forward, and then that gives you a lot to do. 2-0 down. Yeah. We just spoke about that in there. There was 1 or 2 players that I would like to have seen respond to the mistake and do better with it. But yeah, they broke onto us, and to be fair, they could have been a couple more goals up if it wasn't for Brad. I know he got sent off, but he did keep us in the game with a couple of really good saves as well. People make mistakes, and that isn't a problem. It's your response to the mistakes. Now, you've mentioned it, we've had the ball in the back of the net twice in that second half. Have you had a chance to see them back, and what's your take on it all?
Yes, I've seen them back, and they're both onside. The goal scorer's onside. There's other players who are offside, and I've been to see the ref, it was the linesman's decision, and the linesman stood by his decision, and they don't have the benefit of VAR, and I perfectly understand their response to my question, and we have to accept that. But quality of the balls in the box was good, and the finishes were good, and then we get another one from a similar position. And at 2-1, if there was a little bit longer in the game, we might have got back into it. I think the throw, we give the ball to Brad quickly because we wanted to get the ball back into play, and because the ref said there was a minute left. And I think for the last 30 minutes we had some kind of response from the players. We looked more energetic when we changed the shape of the press and that. And that seemed to infuse us a little bit, but unfortunately we couldn't go all the way and finish it off.
Yeah, managed to get ourselves back to 2-1 with Josh Williams, who was a bright spark in that second half, caused them all sorts of problems. And as you say, at that stage, you were expecting a grandstand finish.
Yeah, definitely. I did feel that we could go on and win the game, albeit that we was 2 goals down. I just thought that we was creating problems, as I said earlier, down the sides, and that was part of our game plan as well. And we got good deliveries in the box, scored offside goals. I thought we could end up winning the game, but unfortunately it wasn't to be.
Yeah. Just want to get your thoughts on one other positive. An hour in the bank for Dion Sanderson. It's been 2 months since he kicked a ball in any competitive situation, and good to see him out there on the grass again.
Yeah, it's good to see him out there. Yeah, you know, he's done very well whenever I've seen him play at first team level and that, and he's a real competitor. And it's nice for the first team staff to have another player to select from.
Absolutely. Very finally, back in action a week's time, a trip to Charlton. Is the hope now that the cobwebs have been dusted down, the rust's been shaken off tonight, and they can have a good sharp week on the training ground, bounce back again?
Well, let's hope so. Yeah, let's hope so. I think they've hopefully would have learnt from tonight and their training performance yesterday.